Well, the death toll is continuing to climb from the most powerful storm Asia has seen this year. Typhoon Yagi made landfall in Vietnam on Saturday after tearing through the Philippines and China, killing dozens of people and causing extensive damage to homes and infrastructure. Southeast Asia correspondent Lauren Day reports.
Well, Typhoon Yagi has now been downgraded to a tropical depression, but it's left an absolute trail of destruction in its wake right across Asia. This is the biggest storm that Asia has seen this year, and it's actually the second biggest in the world after Cyclone Beryl. It first hit the Philippines about a week ago, causing a huge amount of damage there and killing 20 people. It then intensified, it doubled in strength and moved towards the Chinese island of Hainan, which is a tourist island. It's often called China's Hawaii. And despite the fact that authorities there had managed to evacuate hundreds of thousands of people from their homes, sadly 4 people were killed and there was a huge amount of damage done to infrastructure, something like $100 million worth. Typhoon Yagi then made landfall in Vietnam on Saturday afternoon, bringing with it these strong winds, 200 kilometres an hour, that just tore the roofs from buildings, tore trees from the ground and whipped up these massive waves. It caused floods and landslides right across, particularly the north of the country. And some of the scenes that are emerging from Vietnam are absolutely harrowing. A passenger bus carrying 20 people was just swept into a swollen river, and a major bridge collapsed into the Red River, and with it, cars, trucks and motorbikes all just plunged into the water. Many of those people were rescued, but some are still missing. So that death toll continues to climb by the hour, and it's possible that it could continue to climb even further. And aside from that devastating human toll, there's been a big impact on infrastructure right across Vietnam. The provinces that were hardest hit in the country's north are major industrial hubs. They have factories for some huge companies like LG, they suppliers for Apple, so this is likely to have big economic impacts. And the storm also did major damage to infrastructure, telecommunications infrastructure and power infrastructure. Something like 5.7 million people lost power. And even though much of that has now been restored, the rest of the damage across the country is only now being counted. They're only just now realising what the full scale of this is. So I'm sure that it will take much, much longer to rebuild after this. And even though this has now been downgraded to a tropical depression, it's not over yet. Authorities are saying that we can expect more rain, more flooding, more landslides that could move throughout Asia. So it'll be a nervous wait for the entire region.